Hey guys, this is a 1990s Super 8-inch oscillating table fan. This is going to be a remake for 2022 because the last time I did a video on this was I think about 4 or 5 years ago. And if you go back to that video, the quality setting for the resolution is at 240p, which is awfully low by today's standards. So I figured it was time for this fan to get a remake because this is a pretty cool fan. It's actually one of the fans that I use a lot in my workshop because it's such a compact size, yet it's an oscillating fan. So what I use this fan for a lot of times is for drying parts. When I, work on fans, clean them, wash them, I just spread them out on the floor, and this fan does a fantastic job of sweeping back and forth and drying those parts. So it's definitely one of my favorite smaller oscillating fans. Not that I have a whole lot of them, but this is among the smallest ones. I think the Windmere is the smallest, but this one is not too far behind at 8 inches. There's the little badge there. When I got the fan, the S had a scratch in it, so I filled it in with a Sharpie, and you can kind of see where the S was filled in. Typical gray blades made by SMC. This is a powder-coated steel grill, plastic back grill, of course. Nice little base. I've always liked the way SMC designed the base because it's so minimalistic, yet it's got some design to make it look not too plain. Of course, the grill comes apart with ease. Let me close the blinds a little bit. I think the glare might be a bit annoying. Side view there. The neck joint is quite a bit yellowed, especially at the back. Same with the tilt adjustment knob. So my guess is that this fan was facing a window. Well, the back side of it was facing a window. It's got good pitch. Let me check that out. And here's the back. Two-speed fan. And looks like the sticker's upside down. 0.4 amps. Now, I got this fan about 4 or 5 years ago, and I had to do some major repairs to this. I actually got this for free because it was seized up and it didn't even really power on. So I diagnosed the fan, and it turned out the problem was a seized motor, and also, strangely, the switch had been bypassed. Now, why? I have no idea, because the switch worked just fine, and the wiring was kind of messed up, so I redid that. I probably should revisit it because I used a lot of electrical tape, which, looking back, was probably not a good idea. I should have used heat shrink tubing, but we'll see what happens. So far, it hasn't caused me any issues, so I'm gonna let it be for now. So I guess without further ado, we can start her up. I think it starts on, yeah, it starts on high. Oh, one thing I wanted to mention, it's very interesting. I've seen certain versions of this fan that starts on low, then goes to high on the rotary switch. But this one, for some reason, must be a different variant because it goes from off high, then low. So here it is on high. It's a very quiet fan. That's one of the things I do like about this fan. And also a lot of the other smaller super fans. Well, I guess technically SMC fans. They were very well designed. Good pitch on the blades. The motors were quite powerful and they ran at a modest speed, so you don't get a whole lot of noise, but you do get a good amount of airflow. That'll give you an idea of the blade pitch as the fan is running. It's gonna have tough to focus on the blades when the grills are in the way. So yeah, the pitch is pretty good on it. And if you're using this as a desk fan, the high speed would be a bit too much, I would say. And we'll turn it down to low speed. It's not a massive step down from high, but it is a good separation, enough that I can be happy with it. So usually when I dry the parts, when I work on fans, this is the speed that it gets used on. Because sometimes the high speed is actually a bit too powerful that it blows some of the parts away. Of course, that's not what I want, so most of the time it just gets used on low. Yeah, it's a great little fan. I love this little thing. We'll pop on the oscillator there. See it in action. I mean, check out how smooth that oscillation is. Usually with some of the smaller oscillating fans, because of the resistance caused by the wire going up the neck, the fan tends to oscillate kind of in a jerky motion. Whereas this one behaves just like a much larger 12 or 16 inch oscillator. It's very smooth, no creaking noise or the motor slowing down from the wire. It's just perfect. So actually this setup right here is how I would use it when I dry parts, when I'm working on fans. Usually I would have it kind of tilted down a little bit, so let me do that. Kind of like that, pointing towards the floor, and I have the parts kind of scattered around it. And it does a fantastic job. Let me just pump that back up. And of course, here it is on high speed. Another thing I like about the oscillation is just how slow it sweeps back and forth. It's not too quick, not too slow, just right. Alright, so we'll stop it when it centers. And we'll let it coast down. Perfect. Well, there it is, guys. That is the 1990s 8-inch super oscillating fan. Model number, I guess I kind of forgot to check that out. 8HK. I'm definitely glad I saved this fan, because I'm sure if I didn't, it would have gone to the landfill. great little fan. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for this one, so thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. And happy October. So, well, today's not actually October, it's September 30th, but the day I upload this will be the 1st of October, so. Yep, that's gonna be it for this one, so I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.